Five-time high-stakes champ Shawn Childs helps you at the waiver wire to bolster your fantasy squad. The injury to Christian Walker increased Smith's ability to earn at-bats. He's started 6 of the last 7 games for the Diamondbacks while seeing time at first base and the outfield. Smith hit .276 over his previous 29 at-bats with 6 runs, 1 home run, and 4 RBI. He had an excellent approach in the minors, but Smith only hit 23 home runs with 148 RBI over 1,074 at-bats. His highest completed level in the minors is AA in 2019. I view him as only a stopgap cover for a team looking to fill an injury void. Galvis started the season with only 5 hits over 35 at-bats with 2 RBI and 14 strikeouts. His swing had been on point over his last 8 games, 11 for 24 with 8 runs, 2 home runs, and 3 RBI. When at his best, Galvis will be a drag on batting average with a chance to be a neutral player in runs, home runs, and RBI. His value in steals had been diminishing off the sheet over the past 3 seasons. Galvis looks only playable long-term in deep leagues. Timing a waiver wire bat can have some reward if your indicators turn green at the right time. Scoop offered almost all zeros over his first 49 at-bats, 8 for 49 with 6 runs, 2 RBI, and 18 strikeouts. He strung together a 3-game hitting streak, 4 for 10 with 1 run, 1 home run, and 2 RBI, against Pittsburgh, which may be the signal to get him in your lineup if your team needs power from a middle infield position. What Detroit Tigers manager A.J. Hinch said in response to struggling offense after first career hit. Detroit Tigers' Zach Short shares his early MLB experience. MLB Roundup. DeGrom strikes out career-high 15 in Mets win. Pirates owner Bob Nutting pledges held to Latrobe Little League. Baldwin County Church starts Challenger League Baseball for children with special needs. Florida A&M Baseball splits series opening doubleheader versus North Carolina Central. Lancaster tops Clarence 39-13 in Week 4. Local teams win flag football district titles. Region 8 HS Sports Scoreboard, April 23, 21. Brandon Hands No. 1 Madison Central their first loss. Choto honors Glenn Swanson first. Las Vegas Valley High School takes the field at Allegiant Stadium. Sporting KC home opener allowing 40% capacity, an increase from 2020 season. Rockwall Little League teams van destroyed by suspected arson. There's bad people in the world. The injury to Gene Segura, quad, opens up the door for Brad Miller to start. Over the past 2 seasons, his bat has played well at times off the bench. Miller picked 5 hits in 9 at-bats in his first 2 starts at second base for the Phillies with a home run and 3 RBI. A trip to Coors Field should add to his value this week on the waiver wire. Miller may only have 1 week to offer fill-in stats. Boat makes his second appearance on the free agent pickup list this year. He looked lost at the plate out of the gate, 3 for 28 with a run, 1 home run, and 2 RBI. But Boat started to break out of his slump over his last 5 games, 5 for 14 with 2 runs, 1 home run, and 8 RBI. Over his last 167 at-bats with the Cubs, he only hit .198 while being productive in home runs, 9, and RBI, 39. Only a ride him while he is hot player if your team has an injury at second or third base. Typically, a player with minimal upside in power and speed is dismissed as a whole in your fantasy starting lineup. That has been the case for Iglesias most of his career. He had a spike in steals, 15, in 2018 while setting a career high in home runs, 11, the following season. Over his last 8 games, Iglesias hit .355 with 5 runs, 1 home run, 1 RBI, and 1 steal. A back-end middle infielder's target stats in the fantasy market would be to score close to 3 runs and 3 RBI per week with a combined total of more than 1 steal, home run. Iglesias would only reach that goal if he had the best season of his career. He is playing well, which should lead to more production in the critical counting categories. I benched Dickerson in some of my draft championship leagues over the last week after an empty start to the year, 5 for 32 with 4 runs, 2 home runs, and 4 RBI. He responded with 6 hits over his last 15 at-bats with 1 run, 1 home run, and 5 RBI while striking out only once. Dickerson looks poised to find his rhythm at the plate, making him worthy of a start in shallow leagues over the short term. With Max Kepler and Miguel Sano on the injured list, the Twins called up Kirilloff on Friday. His bat shined at single A and high A in 2018, .348 with 75 runs, 20 home runs, 101 RBI, and 4 steals over 512 at-bats, before regressing at Double A in 2019, .283 with 9 home runs, 43 RBI, and 7 stolen bases over 375 at-bats. Kirilloff will have a chance to seize a starting job if his bat comes out hot. He is a 2080th type player with upside in batting average, with the Brewers possibly losing Brett Anderson with a hamstring injury. Rasmussen may get a chance to move into the starting rotation. His season started with 3 disasters showing in 4 contests, 7 runs, 10 base runners, and 2 home runs over 3.1 innings. Over his last 3 appearances, he pitched 3 shutout innings with 1 hit, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Rasmussen has an upper 90s fastball with a swing and miss slider while developing his curveball and changeup. For now, he is just a player to follow in all formats. The Red Sox snatched up Whitlock in this year's Rule 5 draft from the Yankees. He missed all of last season after having TJ surgery in 2019. His average fastball sits at 95.2 miles per hour while offering a plus, developing changeup. Whitlock hasn't needed to use his slider out of the bullpen. Over his first 4 appearances in the majors, he tossed 9 shutout innings with 3 hits, no walks, and 11 strikeouts. Whitlock hasn't allowed a hit over his last 5.2 innings. Boston wants him to be a starter, but he needs 2 arms to pitch their way out of the starting rotation before earning an opportunity. The Mariners have a couple of shaky options in their starting rotation, which gives Gilbert a window to be in the majors over the next month. He made 1 appearance, 1 run over 2 innings with 4 strikeouts, in spring training before getting shipped to minor league camp. Gilbert looked to be on the fast track to Seattle after pushing his way from a ball to Double A in his first year in the minors in 2019. After 5 great starts at a ball, 1.59 ERA and 36 strikeouts over 22.2 innings, Gilbert held form at high A, 1.73 ERA and 73 strikeouts over 62.1 innings. His arm did perform well at Double A, 2.88 ERA and 56 strikeouts over 50 innings. In the end, Gilbert tossed 135 innings with a 2.13 ERA and 165 strikeouts. His walk rate, 2.2, was elite, along with his strikeout rate, 11.0.